33 years ago, I was at the club with women. And I told the women this time, I said, I'm not coming back here anymore. There had been a young lady at the school had been witnessing to me for a couple of years, and she invited me to church, and I'd be like, whatever, picking on the church. But this night, I was like, I'm not coming back here. And I said to the Lord, I said, I'm going to ask one more person to dance. She says, yes, I'm going to stay. She says, no, I'm going to go. She said, no, so I left. I got in the cab, and I cried all the way home. I don't even know why I was crying. I got in the dorm, went to bed, got up in the morning, and went to church. As I was walking through the door, I said, Lord, show me your power, because if you're not real, I'm not going to stay with this. Only thing I remember of that service is me sitting in a chair, then me on the ground, and some older woman over me with her hand saying, Jesus, Jesus, And I remember going to the altar and making my confession of faith. But the thing that I remember the most is how different I felt. I felt so loved. I felt like finally I had met someone that didn't have to do anything for them to love me. I felt totally changed. I got back to the dorm and my phone was ringing off the hook. I answered the phone and they told me that my mother had died. She had died overnight, and they had been trying to reach me to tell me that my mother had died. Gonna die. She had HIV. She had already told me she was dying. But I was thankful to the Lord that on that night when they were trying to reach me, they could not find my number. The only time they got a hold of me was after I had gone to church, said yes to the Lord, and gave him my life.